Have you ever noticed that the people who say, I work best under pressure, are always the ones who haven't started anything until 10 minutes before it's due? It's like their entire life is just a series of Olympic sprints to turn in a group project. I mean, procrastinators, you guys are basically adrenaline junkies with Google Docs. Forget base jumping. Have you ever tried writing a 10-page essay at 3 a.m. with 2% battery? That's the real extreme sport. But let's be honest, you're not just putting off homework. Oh no. You're putting off laundry, texts, that weird noise your car has been making since Obama was president. You're even procrastinating on self-improvement videos. Yeah, I see you. You probably have a whole queue of psychology content just waiting for future you, the real MVP, to watch it all. But here's the thing. Procrastinators aren't lazy. No, you're like productivity escape artists. Houdini with a to-do list. You have hidden talents, secret traps, psychological quirks that only come out when a deadline is breathing down your neck like a caffeinated border collie. And today we're breaking down the traits you didn't even realize you had. Get ready to recognize yourself, and maybe your entire group chat. Let's start with the first trait. And if this doesn't hit home, you're probably just in denial. 1. The master of microtasks, suddenly productive at the wrong things. Have you noticed how, as soon as you have something important to do, your brain becomes hyper-aware of all the unimportant nonsense you could do instead? Suddenly, it's vital that you alphabetize your spice rack, or clean the grout between your bathroom tiles. Or my favorite, Google how to focus better for 3 hours straight. Psychologically, this is called task substitution. Your brain knows it's supposed to be productive, but it's like, let's take productivity and just aim it at literally anything except the thing we actually need to do. Punchline? If you've ever cleaned your entire house just to avoid writing a 3-sentence email, congratulations, you're not alone. Somewhere out there, Marie Kondo is weeping because you only clean when you're desperate. 2. The time optimist. The delusional believer in tomorrow. Now this one is going to personally attack about 90% of you watching this. Ever catch yourself saying, I'll do it tomorrow. Tomorrow me is going to be so productive. Tomorrow me is basically a robot with a personal assistant and a standing desk? Yeah. Tomorrow you is a myth. Tomorrow you is a unicorn. Tomorrow you is as real as the free trial that actually cancels itself. This is called planning fallacy. You consistently underestimate how long things will take, even though you have a lifetime of evidence to the contrary. You think you'll write that paper in an hour, but you can't even make a sandwich in under 20 minutes. Relatable? Think about how every Sunday night you promise yourself that Monday will be a fresh start. This week we're getting it together. Spoiler, every week is still somehow last week. 3. The panic performer. Best work done in maximum chaos. Okay, but the next one is the one nobody talks about. Procrastinators love to say, I work best under pressure. Translation, I have spent years training my nervous system to only function when my life is on the line. This is called arousal procrastination, delaying action because the adrenaline rush helps you focus. Your brain's like, why start early when we can get a full-body espresso shot of stress? If you've ever written a 5-page essay at 3 a.m., shirtless, surrounded by empty Red Bulls, and actually gotten a B+, you've unlocked a new level of panic performance. You're basically the James Bond of last-minute PowerPoints. If all this is already blowing your mind, I actually put together a full guide that breaks down all of these patterns step by step. It's in the description if you want to go way deeper on this. But let's keep going, because the next one is for the overthinkers. 4. The overthinker's dilemma. How to write an email in only 4 hours. Ever spend an entire afternoon writing, deleting, and rewriting the same message? Hi, no, wait. Hello. Too formal? Hey, wait, why did I add 3 Ys? Am I being weird now? This is classic analysis paralysis. When you have too many options, your brain short circuits, and instead of picking one, you pick none. It's like a psychological traffic jam. So many possible turns, you just park the car and call it a day. Real-world scenario. You've spent more time crafting the perfect apology text than it would have taken to actually do the thing you're apologizing for. The irony is actually impressive, but here's where it gets weird. 5. The perfectionist's paradox. If I can't do it perfectly, why do it at all? Let's be honest. Sometimes procrastination is just perfectionism in disguise. You don't want to start because, deep down, you're afraid it won't be perfect. And if it's not perfect, what's the point? So you wait, and wait, and wait, until the last minute, when there's no time to be perfect, so you have an excuse. This is called self-handicapping. It's psychological dodgeball. If you fail, you can say, well, I only had 20 minutes. Imagine if I'd had all week. And if you succeed, you're a legend. It's a win-win for nobody except your anxiety. Example, that art project you've been planning since 2016 is going to be incredible. As soon as you buy the right pens, clear your schedule, and achieve inner peace. And you'd think that's the craziest part, but oh no. 6. The excuse engineer, building a fortress out of reasons. Some people collect stamps. Procrastinators collect excuses. I would have started, but my laptop needed an update. I was going to go to the gym, but I couldn't find my headphones. I'll definitely do it after I eat, after I nap, after I reorganize my desktop icons. This is rationalization. Your brain is a world-class defense attorney, always ready to explain why you're totally justified in watching 14 consecutive episodes of anything except your to-do list. If you've ever explained to yourself why you needed a break before you even started, you might actually be a genius, just not at productivity. 7. The chronic optimizer, planning to plan to plan. Okay, but this last one is for the advanced class. The chronic optimizer doesn't just procrastinate doing stuff, they procrastinate by planning how to do stuff. You'll spend 3 hours making color-coded spreadsheets, downloading new apps, and reading 10 productivity hacks articles, instead of doing the thing you were planning to hack in the first place. This is called preparation paralysis. It feels productive, but it's basically just procrastination in a lab coat. You're not getting ready, you're getting ready to get ready. NASA launches rockets with less preparation than you need to reply to an RSVP. Let's connect the dots here. Why do these mind games happen? Psychologists have names for all of this. Stuff like cognitive dissonance, when your actions and your values get in a wrestling match, or projection, blaming your bad manager when actually you just didn't read the group chat, or the Dunning-Kruger effect, where you wildly overestimate how good you'll be at future you, while ignoring the evidence of present you, surrounded by empty coffee cups and guilt. Think of procrastination like ordering a salad, but eating fries off someone else's plate. It's the illusion of self-control, followed by the reality of, nope, still me, still hungry, still scrolling TikTok. Here's the big secret. Procrastinators aren't lazy. They're just really creative at self-sabotage. Your brain is trying to protect you from failure, embarrassment, or just pure boredom. But in the process, it invents 1,000 clever detours, and before you know it, you're an expert in everything except finishing that thing you started. Look, if you actually want to get better at reading people, not just watching videos about it, I put together a complete guide called the Human Behavior Code. It breaks down every pattern, every signal, every trick we talked about today, plus a ton more. It's all in the description below. Less manipulation, more opportunity, money, and better relationships. And even if you just want to keep watching free videos, hit subscribe. I drop new psychology breakdowns every week. Which of these personally attacked you the most? Let me know below. And remember, if you're going to procrastinate, at least be productive, doing literally anything else.